Hey everyone, it's Brian here from Massey's Main Entertainment, and we're back for week 4 of our new video series, A Song Exchange. I'm joined by my regular group of friends, Rich Strickler. Say hi, Rich. How's it
Hello.
going? Excellent. And Randy Nelson.
Hola.
Randy, how's it going, my friend?
All right.
And Doc. Doc's feeling a little, what are you feeling tonight, Doc? What's going on?
It's fighting allergies, fighting everything else, but I'll get through it.
Yeah, you'll survive. You'll survive. Anyway, our series is the Song Exchange series. And for those of you who are not familiar with it, what we do is each one of us are assigned a song from the other 3 people in the group. Our job is to listen to those songs and then give our opinion about which song we think was the best or appealed to us the best of the 3. And they're interchanged in there is us kind of semi-voting. I don't want to say voting necessarily, but kind of giving our opinion about which track we think they might choose, because we feel like we choose really good tracks for them. But sometimes I find that, hey, I think one of the other guys did a better job in picking a track in their wheelhouse. So it's kind of a fun little thing. It's not something we take too seriously, but we would love to have you guys chime in with maybe some tracks that you maybe want to suggest to us you thought would be a better fit for us. I think that would be kind of cool. So be sure to like, sub, and comment down below. And to get us started tonight, Doc, you went last week, so you have to kick us off tonight, buddy. So what do you got for us?
Well, I'll start off with, listen, there's a link below. There's a Spotify list and everything else that's going to be attached to these tunes and stuff. Go listen to some of these tunes, man. Some of these tunes are really cool. So That's what I would suggest right out of the gate. My tunes for Brian, I was given the tune Future Days by Pearl Jam. A little more up to date in some senses for me on the Pearl Jam side. From Rich, I was given Billy Harner, Sally Saying Something.
Mm-hmm.
And from Randy, he gave me Rock and Roll is Dead by the Rubinoos. If I got that right.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I would call it the Rubinoos, but it could be the Rubinoos, but I'm not sure.
So
I know some Italian people who are Rubino, so I went with Rubinoos.
Yeah. All right.
That's right.
It's a pretty cool list. Rich, what do you think? What do you think Doc's going to choose of that?
Well, I have written down I listened to these obviously all through. I knew the one I gave him. It's an old Philly soul song from the mid '60s. Blue-eyed soul. Billy Harner was a Philadelphia native called the Human Percolator. That was his nickname. That R&B sound. I thought I would like that song, but I think the Pearl Jam song was a little too mellow for Doc, in my opinion. I think the Rubinoos was the winner. The Rock and Roll is Dead. It's a little bit of a power pop song from 1977. So I think Randy picked the winner this time around for Doc.
Randy, feel the same way?
Rock and
Sorry, Randy?
Sorry, Randy.
I'm taking it as well. Like that.
You going to stick with yours?
You're going to stick with yours?
Yeah, I figured. I mean, I wanted to give him that Pearl Jam tune because I think that's a really good album, and it's a little bit different for Pearl Jam. You can definitely tell that Vedder has kind of changed the atmosphere of the band a little bit. But I think I'm still going to stick to my guns. I feel like that Pearl Jam track might appeal to Doc on some level. So, but I'll leave that to Doc. What's going on?
Well, as usual, you guys have picked like 3 tunes that do appeal to me on whatever level I've got at any time, right? Rich has dropped in, rightfully so, that R&B soul. Do a little digging on Billy Harner in there, the white James Brown sound, I guess, at one point or another, man, because it has that sound. Really cool vibe, man. So, going through the orders, Rock and Roll is Dead, the Rubinoos that Randy had. Yeah, catchy pop too, man. That's a really catchy groove there, especially that chorus. That drops, that's like a power pop kind of song, man, in one sense, and it's catchy. And you're right about the Pearl Jam tune. It's a different vibe for them, right? That's not really their wheelhouse to sound something like this, and outside the norm, with the piano and the different sound, and not really the Pearl Jam vibe. But the one that did appeal to me the most in the end, that I did not play the most in the end, was that Pearl Jam tune, man.
Wow.
Yeah, that you got it right there, Brian. I'll say it had like an undertone of like Floyd or something like that to me, where it was like a little haunting at times, where it just came in with almost like a violinist sound and stuff. I'm in the mood for that, man. It goes from a good tune to a really, really good tune, almost a great kind of song to me in some level. So that's how much I like that song. It was a good hit. I like them all, but that one really kind of just creeped to the top for me.
Wow, excellent. Well, I feel good. It's starting off already. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, Randy, you're up next, I believe.
Bluest Sky. This is what Brian gave me. The Bluest Sky by Nikki Meets and Hibachi. Rich gave me Blues Run the Game by Jackson C. Frank. And Doc gave me Ain't It Heavy by Melissa Etheridge.
Cool. Rich, what about you here? What do you think?
Just based on what we know about Rand, I think he's going to go for the Melissa Etheridge song, Ain't It Heavy. That would be my pick.
Doc, what do you think?
Yeah, it's Randy. We say this every week. Randy's a tough read, man. It really is a tough call because and there's certain vibes, and I'd say that the other two songs outside of my song, I gave him the Ain't It Heavy by Melissa Etheridge as a dart throw, and the other two sound probably more in Randy's wheelhouse, probably on a day to day. But I think if he veered outside his zone again, I'm going to stick with my Melissa tune, man.
Yeah,
it's a pretty catchy tune. I call it the Bob Seger of women, man.
Yeah, see, when I picked the one I picked for Randy, I know that he's a big fan of Richard Thompson. So I thought that the harmonies reminded me of Richard Thompson and Linda Thompson a little bit on Nikki Meets the Hibachi. And that's kind of the reason I stuck with it. And I thought I had a great pick until Doc chose Melissa Etheridge. And now I kind of feel like Melissa Etheridge is the choice too. Are we frozen?
No, you're back now.
Okay.
You're back now, Brian.
What'd you take?
I took Melissa Etheridge too. I thought I had a good pick.
Okay.
Yeah, but
very good. What is it, Randy?
What is it, Randy?
Okay, I had the Bluest Sky and Nikki Meets the Hibachi. It did have a little bit of that sound. I was trying to think of who his voice reminded me of, or the harmonies reminded me. I guess I gave Brian Bridget Calls Me Baby, so we had to find another unique group name. I guess if they're a duo, it's kind of an up-tempo acoustic number, but I really like the kind of the guitar figure that runs under their strumming. I thought that was kind of unique. And then Rich gave me Blues Run the Game by Jackson C. Frank, another artist that I've never heard of. I guess he only had one studio album. He had like a Complicated Life there. It was produced by Paul Simon, I saw. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I was unfamiliar with this song, but it was covered by a lot of people, including Simon Garfunkel, Nick Drake, and a bunch of others. And it's kind of a folk song about how you can't run away from your problems. And he talks about going to different places, but, blues run the game, the things are still the same. And then Goth gave me, actually have this album, but I haven't listened to it in like 15 years, so I didn't remember. It was a little bit familiar, but I do have this album. Sounds like a powerful ballad-esque tune with Melissa's raspy vocals that stand out. Also kind of like it when it slows down and you kind of just hums along and ramp things up again. This was a tough one. So she gets some extra credit because she's from Leavenworth, Kansas, and a Chiefs fan. I don't want to talk about the Chiefs right now, but this was a tough one because I've had all three of these I was going to pick, and then I changed my mind at the last minute, and I wasn't sure who I was going to pick. I'm actually going to pick the Bluest Guy, where Nikki meets with Bati. I mean, I really like the harmony on that. Oh, sorry, Doc. I really do like this Louis Etheridge, and I need to play the album again because I do think that, and I just haven't played it in a while.
Wow, thanks. All right.
Very
2 for 2.
interesting.
I don't know if my luck can hold out very much longer, though, because Rich, what do you got?
I just wanted to mention that song I gave Randy, Blues Run the Game. I first heard that on that TV series, This Is Us, which was a big hit of several years ago.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I didn't think Randy was a viewer of that, so I took a shot that he didn't know the song, but that's just a little tidbit. Anyway, the songs that were given to me this week, Brian gave me Father John Misty, Goodbye, Mr. Blue. Doc gave me Chilliwack's Lonesome Mary. And Randy gave me Dawes, A Little Bit of Everything.
All right. So, Doc, what do you think? Which way?
Well, this is my take on Rich's pick here. So, Brian and Randy, you give Rich a James Taylor song, and I give him something with an electric guitar. So it depends on his mood. So this is, I don't think I'm far off on this, man. So you're allowed to go outside the acoustic zone once in a while, man. So if Rich is going outside the acoustic, he'll pick mine. If not, both of the other ones that do have that sweet, that James Taylor vibe. I think Randy, what was the one that you gave Rich? A Little Bit of Everything?
Yeah.
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 But I do like the tune I gave him. I think it's a really catchy 70s rock song is what it is to me if you get into it. But I'm going to say he goes with Randy's tune. And if it comes at the end, I think that's more of his vibe. Randy. But if he's outside that, it would hit me. But that's that.
Randy, what do you think? You going to stick with your gun on that one?
Oh, cross between the Misty song, which I'm a fan of his. I got several of his albums actually, but and it has kind of that Jimmy Webb, Glenn Campbell feel a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought mine kind of had the Jackson Brown feel, so I'm going to pick mine.
Right. Yeah, I immediately when I heard the Dawes, I go, yeah, that's Jackson Brown, and mine is Harry Nilsson. And so that's immediately what I thought. And I said, all right. I said, but if I had to pick, I don't know whether I said, is Rich going to find Dawes annoying because they sound so much like Jackson Brown, or is he going to buy into it 100%? So I'm going to stick with my Father John Misty, I think. So, Rich?
It was a tough one. It was a dead heat. I'll say that. A dead heat, but I'll get to that. Doc, unfortunately, you finished third this time.
Yeah.
Chilliwack. I mean, I didn't dislike the song. You're right. It's got the 70s vibe, Canadian band, Chilliwack, which I was aware of, but I don't know their music. I like the theme of the song, isolation, a little sadness in there, Lonesome Mary. But the instrumentation was a little busy for me, especially with my mood right now. I'm more into these singer-songwriter ballads and meaningful tunes. So that's why the other two were more into my wheelhouse as the time, right this moment. So they really hit hard for me. I love them both. But you're right. The Jackson Brown song is a little more in my wheelhouse. I love the Father John Misty, who I'd never heard before. It's a song about the death of his cat, used as a metaphor for the end of a relationship. I really love the lyric content, the love and the loss and all that. A very mellow tune. James Taylor's not a bad comparison. Neither is Jimmy Webb or Glenn Campbell or Harry Nilsson. They're all in that vein. So I like that song a lot. But the Dawes song, A Little Bit of Everything, I could see Jackson Brown writing that song. It's sort of gives you these little vignettes about people and their lives and the hope maybe at the end of the line, but you still count your blessings even when you're down and out on a food line and things like that. I love the songs that are about the human condition, and this one really hit all those things for me. David Lindley, I could hear him playing in some of those background music. I know it's not him, but it sounds a lot like him, and it sounds a lot like Jackson and the material that he would sing about. So that's the one that took the cake, but it was really strong, a tight battle. I like that Father John Misty song too. I actually played that for my wife the other night. She enjoyed it as well. So I'm going to give the vote to Dawes this time. A little bit of everything. Really good song.
And Randy keeps me from my clean sweep. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate
it. Tough one.
All right. So I was given, for my 3 songs, Randy gave me the Postal Service, We Will Become Silhouettes. Rich gave me a little bit more of that psych flavor with a band I never even heard of before, called the Chocolate Watch Band, a song called Are You Gonna Be There at the Love Inn. And then Doc kind of stuck with, not only a Canadian band, but again, like an alt rock, 90s alt rock, a post grunge type band, Big Sugar, If I Had My Way. And that was the 3 I was given. So, Randy, what do you think I'm going to pick?
What you think? Name. What's the band? The guy from the Postal. Oh, Death Cab for Cutie.
Yes.
I'm not really sure what you think of that group.
Okay.
If you like them, it's going to pick that one. If not, I'm gonna think that you like Death Cab for Cutie.
Okay. Doc, what do you think?
Sorry, who'd you go to, Brian?
Oh, I went to Randy. Now it's you.
Oh, me. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Randy's pick, I'd say, is I can see it being in your sweet spot there, because it's a different kind of sound, almost like it fits like an alternative sound out of the 80s, almost in some senses. To me, Rich's tune is, my God, that guy sounds like Mick. Holy cow!
I agree.
Yeah, but a catchy tune, man. So, and mine is that alt grunge sound, But I think the drop in it has a lot of reggae undertones to it, which the bassist was known for, and they bring that out a lot in the slide guitar. So, it's an electric guitar and everything else, and it's a rock song, but it's got the slide. It's got a little bit more of a different vibe to it. So I thought if it might catch, it might hit. So
right.
Depends if you're in a rocking mood or not, Brian. Sometimes you are, sometimes you're not. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to get my Big Sugar and go here and see if it sticks.
Okay. And Rich, what do you think?
My immediate thought is that you will love the Postal Service, the Randy song, that electronic pop indie sound, synths. That would be the one. Like Doc said, if you're in a rock mood, you may dig either one of our songs. Very Stones like that Chocolate Watch Band, a little psych garage kind of feel. But I'm going to stick with the Postal Service. We Will Become Silhouettes. I think that's more a Brian Massey song.
Okay. Yeah, I did. I had not heard this band at all, Doc, Big Sugar, although they reminded me of another band, and I just couldn't even put my finger on it. But you're right. It's got this kind of this blues rock, groovy kind of reggae influence that you can kind of hear. They got a very distinctive guitar tone. So I did enjoy it, and it's definitely in my wheelhouse as far as any type of reminiscing about the 90s. It just had that general feel of what the post grunge sound was, 1995 or 6, somewhere in there. And also I did enjoy the Chocolate Watch Band, and it's like I added that album. I still haven't been able to listen to it yet because I want to actually listen to the whole album, but it definitely has this proto punk edge to it, a little bit of garage rock, and then there's some psychedelic tones in there as well. I kind of surprises me that it absolutely didn't get any love on the charts, it seems, at all, and they said that they had a local following in California, and but it still was a part of that whole 60s garage psych, rebellious counterculture type spirit. And I did enjoy it. It's at least a band I got to check out more of their catalog for sure. But I am a huge Ben Gibbard fan from Death Cab for Cutie. I've run their entire discography. I had heard this album, but it feels like forever ago, maybe 8 or 9 years ago or something like that. I had listened to the whole album, so I didn't even have any of the tracks on a playlist anywhere because at that time I wasn't really tracking that. So it was an opportunity to add this album again. But what I like about it is it's got this poppy vibe to it that's got this, happy go lucky, but it's about a very serious subject matter. So you got that, morose subject matter mixed in with this dance alternative pop that I think is really interesting. And the music video, which I did go watch, was actually directed by Jared Hess, who directed Napoleon Dynamite. So I think it's kind of cool. So I went with We Will Become Silhouettes by the Postal Service. So it's a win for Randy there tonight.
Nice.
There you go.
There you go.
Looks like Doc and I got shut out.
No, those are good. Those are good picks. All those picks are on, like Doc said, the best. Whatever mood I'm in, probably the hour before we sit down to do this video is usually the one that's probably going to take it.
Yeah.
So that's how it kind of works. But if any, make sure everybody likes, sub, and comments down below. Check out the Spotify playlist that I'll also put in the description. Please leave like some songs, 3 songs that you would pick, or 4 songs actually, because you're an outsider. Pick 4 songs that you think that we would all like, and we'll check those out as well. It'd be kind of fun for us to do. We appreciate everybody that comes and watches our video and supports us. But that's all I got for this week, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Later.